I'm all alone. I don't know why I'm all alone. Everybody's here except the wife. They're all inside watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I guess. I'm just now getting everything set up. Hot water, getting the cameras put back in place. That's horrible glare. What can I do about that glare? Where is that glare coming from? I need to see this. Where is that glare? Is that glare coming from this light? Is there anything I can do about it? How about this? What if I do this? Then you don't have a glare. What if I just turn that one off? There we go. That's what we'll do. Okay. Sorry. Hello, people! Welcome to this week's episode of The Artistic Biker. Last time on The Artistic Biker, we were kicking off the crawfish. I was driven home from work, and I saw that the crawfish was available at our favorite crawfish hole. And the son-in-law and I both got cheery about it, and we encouraged the whole family to go over there. We've had crawfish 3 times since then. It's expensive right now, and they're tiny little crawfishes, but they're so good. I mean, so good. And the season is so short. I mean, seriously, it goes from, the real season is like from February to May. So, I mean, by June, they're too big and too hard. You can still get some. I mean, they'll fly them in from California. You can still get them farmed and all that other stuff. But yeah, they farm them. But the fresh ones, the ones they catch right here, the real season is mid to late February to mid May, and so it's just a short period of time. So we try to consume as much as we possibly can. And I got a crawfish cooker for Christmas, so we're gonna try and cook some this weekend if I can find some that it makes sense to buy and cook on myself. This place where we get them from is $5.50 cooked, and all the places that I've found to buy them from are $6 or more uncooked. Well, that's crazy talk. So I've got to find a source for them. But anyway, we want to cook some this weekend. Anyway, that was last week. This week, the whole country is frozen, and I'd like to journal a little bit about that. So with that, let's just turn the page and get started. So yeah. What all is going on? Anything exciting going on? Hey, Pamela French. Anything exciting going on? 29 Faces. And I just almost journaled about 29 Faces. 29 Faces starts tomorrow. Ayala Art. Oh, this is the wrong one. Ayala Art does the 29 Faces on her blog and on Facebook and YouTube. And so 29 Faces starts tomorrow. She does it in February and she does it in September. And originally it was 29 Faces for the February in the leap year because it was 29 days in February. And it was successful, so she decided to do it again in September, but she still called it 29 Faces even though there are 30 days in September. And there's only 28 days in February this year, and she's still saying 29 Faces, which is more than a face a day. I doubt that's going to happen from very many people. But you're supposed to pick a style that you want to do. You're supposed to pick a technique that you want to develop. Like back in September, I did them all small with a fountain pen. I may try to do them all in watercolor this time. Or I may try to do them all a little bit bigger. I may try to do them all without lifting my pen. I don't know. may incorporate it into all the other stuff that I do. So for the next 4 weeks, we may do shows about faces, how to draw faces, proportions on faces. That might be fun. We could talk about where to find pictures of faces. We could talk about why redheads are the sexiest people on the planet, especially if they have green eyes. That's always fun to talk about. Some people disagree with me on that, and that's okay. They can be wrong. You're allowed to be wrong. It's not Venezuela. It's not China. I live in America where people are allowed to be wrong. Let me dry this real quick. I don't know, we should probably start with the face tonight. All my paints have dried around the edges, so the lids don't go on very well anymore. I'm going to have to take some time and clean up all my stuff around here. When I have the time, it's not like I have so many other things to do, because I don't do anything else. So when I have the time, I just don't want to do anything. I mean, you could blame it on a lack of sunlight, but we're still getting sunlight here. It's just I'm not getting out in it. Of course, it's not like I got out in it much when it was summer. I was gonna do one of those. I was gonna do one of those videos. You see people all over the country right now doing those videos where they're going outside with a hot cup of coffee or the hot cup of water or whatever, and they're throwing it up in the air. And I was gonna have one of the kids film me while I'm throwing hot water up in the air, just to have the hot water fall back down on me, because I live in Houston and I don't live where solid water exists in a natural state. Solid water is an abomination. That's probably too much red. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. No, it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. Our biggest problem is we put the paint on so thick it'll take forever to dry. Alright, but we're going to dry it. We'll see what it does. See what I mean? I need it clean. It's drying all right. It's rainy here, so everything takes longer to dry. Pamela, is it frozen where you are? I know it's in the 20s and 30s where my folks are. They live in Oklahoma. They're pretty excited about moving down here. Right now, that's all they can talk about because they're cold. And I understand. I hate the cold. It's one of the reasons I moved down here. Solid water is an abomination. God made water wet. Water's supposed to be wet. This is going to be another one of those fast shows. I can feel it. Oh, you have pretty weather. It's in the 60s. It's in the 60s here today. They were talking on the radio. I got to take my sweatshirt off real quick. They were talking on the radio today about how we're finally back to normal January and February weather for Houston. And it's back in the 60s today. You know what I forgot to do on this page over here, and I need to do it before we get too far along because this page will stick. I forgot to wax this page. Let me just wax this page real quick. But I just have some turtle wax there. Last week when I finished the page, I sprayed it with clear coat, and the clear coat sticks to itself when you close the book. So I have found over the years that I can wax the pages, and that keeps them from sticking together. You can rub a candle over them, There's lots of ways you can do it, but this is the fastest and the easiest for me. So there's that. And then I need this box here, and I'm hoping, really hoping, yes, that my string is in there like it's supposed to be. Yes, I love it when things come together. So now I need something to use as a bowl. You'd think I would have thought all of this out in the beginning, but I'm really just not that smart. I used to have a bunch of little cups that I could use that were fruit cups. I don't have any. Now. I don't know. I guess I'll just use a piece of paper. I mean, it'll work for what I want to do, but wasn't my intent. So I need some string. I need lots of string. That's probably plenty. And I need... oh yeah, that's lots of string. Okay. So, good Lord, how much string did I... that's forever string. That's like 20 feet of string. I don't know that I needed 20 feet of string. Alright. Hopefully we can make this work. Put a little water on there. Mix it up just a little bit. Make it a little runny. Plus we don't want it incredibly white. There we go. Take our string and put it... I've already got a knot in it. Look. Take our string, put our string in the paint, just like that. Get another piece of paper, tap that down, make sure we get a good portion of paint on that string. It has been a very long time since I've done anything like this, so just be patient with me. Very long time since I have done anything like this. We probably haven't done it on the show in 7 or 8 years. But we'll see what we can do. Hi, Michelle. Ah. Yay! I think that worked. Where'd my trash can go? I think that worked. Let's try that just a little bit so that it stays like that. Now see, I thought that I might cut some snowflakes. I thought that I might break out some scrap paper and cut some snowflakes and use some spray paint to make snowflakes, but I didn't do that. So we're just gonna put some little dots around, because I really don't want the snowflakes to be what the page is about. I just want something to break up the background. Something to make you see a pattern where none really exists. So, hey, I interviewed Roger Westmoreland. He is an artist, local here to Houston, and he wrote a book. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can find it real quick. He wrote a book. I'll probably never find it because I wanted to talk about it and I didn't have it prepared. Hero orders. How far back do I have to go? Because I buy a lot of stuff from Amazon. I have a lot of stuff on subscription from Amazon now. I have toilet paper and paper towels and batteries and sketchbooks and stuff on subscription. Okay, it didn't show up there. So let's try this. No, that didn't get it because it's not a masker book. Let me try this. I know this is riveting entertainment. Well, my goodness. Of course I can't just show you because that'd be too easy. It'd be too easy just to go straight to this thing and be prepared. And here I am on the spot trying to remember the name of this book. Anyway, he wrote a children's book about the 9 planets, and he illustrated it, and he's a hibachi chef. I did an interview with him yesterday. As exciting as that was to sit there and watch paint dry for a minute, I did an interview with him yesterday, and I've got it all on the computer in there, and I'm going to edit the video, and we're going to post that this weekend. And I was going to tell you all about it. My mind is completely drawn blank. I don't have any notes up here to tell me about it. Can't find my links on my phone. Just flying by the seat of my pants. It's just crazy. Anyway, what brought that to mind was when I was talking about patterns on here, how I was trying to make some symbols on the page that made your mind look for patterns that weren't really there. That he had a word for it, and I was going to tell you what the word was. And the whole interview is just completely. Have you ever spoken to people live and just completely forgot what you were going to talk about? Happened to me once. Anyway, let me draw this real quick. I can show you part of the video that I made. because I got the B-roll on my phone. Here. Here. This is him. Hibachi chefing. Because that's way more exciting than watching paint dry. I told him he should try to do that with his knife. Anyway, I just wanted you to see the kind of video we had a pretty good interview. He told me all about how his dad really introduced him to drawing when he was 6, and how he has gone through his ups and downs, and how he overcomes his slumps and where he gets his ideas. It was a good conversation. Be sure and look for it on YouTube this weekend. I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and let's do what's on your easel. Let's see if anybody sent anything in for what's on your easel. He's watching. The word is, it's Let's Go to Space. There you go. He's watching, so he's letting me know. The book is Let's Go to Space. Thanks, Roger. I couldn't find it. I was on the spot. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. The book is Let's Go to Space. It's a great book. The kids loved it. And the word is Periodolia. Periodolia. So it's funny because he's watching. And here's a little watercolor he did so that I could show some of his work. So that's Roger. That was what he submitted for what's on your easel. It's mixed media, watercolor and ink. That's amazing. Thanks, Roger. And then let's see. Social. Now I gotta be careful because who knows what kind of porn is on here. Oh, it doesn't appear that I have anybody else's easels tonight. Let me check another way just in case. Just in case. Roger says, hi guys, and thank you. Just in case it came in from some other way. And my mail app has not been working right. Oh, yep, here we got an easel from Pamela French. Okay, so Pamela French decided to try a Sketchbox Monthly. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Sketchbox Monthly, and this month the theme was oils, so they sent me oil pastels and all the accoutrements. I'd never used them, so these two 4x6 pieces were my first try at something new. And so, what have I done? Something is happening. Oh, it downloaded. Open. Okay, so there's this 4x6 oil pastels. You're fishy, 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 fishy. You're fishy, 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 fishy. Okay, and then what's this? I don't know what that is. How many pictures were there? I see 2. And then she sent 3, okay. It's not going to let me turn it sideways. And then here is what appears to be an apple. Green apple. Done in oil pastels. This is her first attempt at oil pastels. I love that. I love that it's her first attempt at oil pastels. Nope, that's not it. Embedded text, embedded text. Okay, and then ATC with acrylics. So here's the other thing Pamela sent in. Ooh! Look at that. ATC with acrylics. Frozen Night. That's nice. That's really nice. I'm trying to think, have I done anything? Have I done any artwork at all since we did the crawfish? And I'm trying to think. I don't believe that I have. I just don't think I've done any faces. I don't think that I've done. So it's probably a good thing for me that 29 faces is starting, because at least I have something coming up that's going to make me want to do something, anything. I've been such a slump lately. So anyway, that was what was on Roger's easel. That is what was on Pamela's easel. If you would like to be a part of what's on your easel, simply send an email to blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel, and we'll use your work to inspire other people, because that's really what this is all about, is inspiring people to get up and do something, which I haven't done. But at least I'm doing this once a week, right? I mean, at least there's this. I'd like to say there's this. But there's, I really need to just need to do more. I didn't even go to figure drawing this week. I just flat forgot it was Tuesday. Just flat forgot. Anyway. Blade easel, blade@artisticbiker.com, subject line easel. That way I can use your work to inspire other people to do stuff. This is not quite dry, so we're going to dry this just a little bit, and we'll get right back to it. Did you notice? I got the camera working again. I didn't get the snowball working, the snowball microphone working, but I got the camera working again, so that makes me kind of happy. Maybe I can get the snowball working before too long. Alright, let's see here. This is a little bit outside my pale. This is just a little bit outside of what I normally do. So we might have some fun with this. Where is my charcoal? Here we go. I got some charcoal. We got some of this going. We got some of this going. We've got some of this going. Who talks like that? That's horrible language. My mother would be very upset with me if she heard me saying "we got." Anyway, they're getting ready to move down here. They're really looking forward to it, especially with after the freezing temps that they've been having. So hopefully before too long, because it's cold. It's not cold here but it's colder than it's supposed to be. Like I said, they said on the radio this morning that we were finally getting back into what's normal for Houston, and that was 60s and 70s in January, and that makes me very happy because I don't like the cold. Do not like the cold. Did I say that? Did I mention that I don't like the cold? But I will be happy when my parents move down here because I miss my parents. Kids miss my parents. We like my parents. They're good people. So I don't normally do this. This is a copyright violation at the very least. But sometimes it's just fun just to play around with something like this. Anyway, let's see if we can paint that and make that into something. See if I can paint that, and see if I can paint that and Disney doesn't sue me. That's going to be the important thing. That's going to be where it's the most important, is that Disney doesn't sue me. Because they do that. They do that. I'm just blocking this in, so because it's going to be hard for any other color to come in over that blue. So I'm just trying to block it in a little bit, but I don't want to obscure my lines. But like the lighter colors aren't going to want to come over that blue. You know who else sues their fans? Metallica. Who would have ever thought that Disney would be on par with Metallica for suing their fans? Alright. Let me get that neckline real quick. Okay, let me dry that. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't do this very often. I don't know, maybe I just wanted to do something for 29 Faces. Maybe I'm just that cold. This is not something I do very often. But let's see. Maybe we can make it. Maybe we can make it into something. Now that orange is not open. Let's use the open orange. Little orange. I don't think we need any yellow. I think, I don't know, maybe. Let's see. We need some of that. We need a little bit of that. We need, I see orange, I see white, I see blue, I see red. Don't see any yellow. I don't know. Let's see what we do. Let's see what happens. So let's take a little bit of orange and a lot of white. Let's get our base pinky down here. Come back and do shading here in a minute. I don't know. This may not turn out to look anything like Elsa, and in which case I don't think I have anything to fear from Disney. And if it does look like Elsa, if it looks enough like Elsa for Disney to sue me, I guess I'll just be happy. Seriously though, I think the idea was from, aside from the fact that the whole United States is frozen right now. Get it? Frozen. I think that, 29 Faces is going on. The little girl and I have been, girl 2 and I have been watching Dexter, which, don't hate me, because she's not really old enough to be watching Dexter, but we're enjoying it, so it's good, clean daddy-daughter fun. And one of the characters is writing a book called the Ice Queen. So there's that. But mainly it's because the whole world is freezing over right now. Okay, so let's add just a touch of blue to that. And that'll get us maybe a little more. That ought to get us the underside of these fingers here. This side of her face. didn't mix up enough, did I? You're starving your paint, kiddo. You're starving your paint. This side of her face. Come in here with some blue mixed in. Down to there. Down to there. Across there. Right there. Just enough. Just a little. Right? Bottom of her chin. And then maybe just a little bit more blue. We'll go right there. Under there. Bring that down to there because that's where her neck stops and that's where her chest line started. And then we need some shadow over here. Just a little bit. Now, they use pure white for the whites of her eyes, and I don't think that that's smart. So I'm not going to use pure white for the whites of her eyes. I'm just going to use the blue water from my paint there. I'm going to thin it a little bit. Make it just a little bit see-through. Do that. You can sure tell I don't paint a lot of Disney. Now, let's see. That'll get us a nice gray if we do the orange, and the blue will get us a nice gray. A little more blue, maybe a touch more red. There we go. Let's add some white to that because that's still really intense. And let's start with her eyebrows. I can tell you what, it makes me nervous. This is one of those characters that if you get wrong, everybody says, you can't draw. Hey, Terry. You can't draw. But Roger put that in perspective for me too in our interview. You know, there's not so much voices outside your body telling you you can't do something as much as there are voices inside your body telling you you can't do something. And he said, you just practice. Use a little bit of practice, and you can work your way right through that. It was good to talk to him, because he said all the things that I have been saying all along and somehow forgot to say to myself lately. And it's kept me from arting. I don't really want to move to the black yet, but I feel like if I don't define those eyes now, I'm not going to. I'm going to lose them. So I'm just going to spend just a second here. Defining the eyes. Steady hand. Steady hand. I'm nervous now. I've been doing this show. How long have I been doing the show? Junior's 9. And we started this show right before he was born. So I've been doing this show just over 9 years now. I don't really think I have much reason to be nervous. but I am super self-confident, super self-conscious is the word I'm looking for right now. Just because I don't do this. This isn't me. This is new to me. Painting Disney characters, risking the wrath of the Disney legal team is just outside of my normal scope. Yeah, I messed that up. I messed that up big time. That's okay. It's alright. Every now and then, you just have to do something that makes you a little bit nervous. You know? Every now and then I get a little bit. Every now and then. You just have to do something that makes you a little nervous. Alright. Don't you have to be profiting it for them to sue? They could argue that I am profiting from this right now. They could send me a cease and desist. This is technically a copyright violation. They could send me a cease and desist. They could make me take it down. YouTube could say, hey, we see that you are doing something you're not supposed to be doing, and they could shut me down in a heartbeat. And it has been done. There are plenty of people who have suffered at the wrath of Disney for copyright violation. And really, you can't blame Disney because they have to protect their brand. You can't really be mad at Disney because this is what they sell. This is just like if I came along and copied your work and said it was mine. If I pulled up Roger's book and started drawing pictures out of Roger's book, this is just like if I were doing that. So I understand, I truly do. You know, we're just hoping Disney doesn't see it that way. But even if they don't, YouTube's algorithms could come along and say, hey, that's Elsa. We know what you're doing. We saw what you did. One of my proudest moments was when I was recording a Beatles song, and YouTube's algorithm picked up that it was a Beatles song and shut me down. I was like, yes, I played it well enough that YouTube recognized it for what it was. But at the same time, I was paying ASCAP fees, so there was really no reason for YouTube to shut me down. It took me a long time to explain that to him at the time, too. don't know how much effort I want to put into this. I don't know how much detail I want to put into this. It's only an hour-long show. I guess technically it's an hour and a half long show. I can spend as much time. And, you know, honestly, if I run long, people don't usually complain. Can't talk, farting. You're starving your paint. That was one of the things my wife's art teacher at the college that we both attended always told her, "You're starving your paint." So it's kind of a running gag between us. When you intend a dry brush and somebody accuses you of starving the paint. Alright, that's enough of that. Now, let's come in with some highlights on her, because this area right here this area over here, and this area, and this area, and this area, and this area, this area, and this area. Now, let's see if I can fan that a little bit. Make that not quite as harsh. We're about to the point where I'm going to break out my brush pen. Matter of fact, I think that I'm going to do her clothes real quick. Can't have her naked. I don't have any glitter paint. Oh man, how do I not have any glitter paint? That's horrible. How am I even doing shows without glitter paint? think that's probably going to work for me. You hear that little yippy dog? Hey, the kids have got a house. They put a contract on a house. They're not going to be here much longer. I won't have anything to complain about. That little barking dog. I'm going to miss the little barking dog. I got too much. I went too far. This is supposed to be not closed right here. All right. I'm going to dry that. Wahoo! I love my brush pen family. Some of you may not know, but I love my brush pen. This may come as a complete shock to some of you. Come as a complete shock to some of you, but I love my brush pen. Love, 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 love my brush pen. People who've been watching this show for a long time started off the show today saying, watch, he's going to get his brush pen out. Wait till he gets his brush pen out. It'll all make sense when he gets his brush pen out. Can't talk, Harding. Let's see. She got one of them things going on. She's got one of them things going on. Yes, this is a complete copyright violation. But hopefully Disney says, you know what, it's just not really that good. Look for the Union label. Dang it, dog. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Alright, I think we may call that finished. There. Yeah, see, I'm looking at it, the face is all distorted. All I see are the flaws. But I'm having fun. It's a learning experience. This is not something I do. So, I'm not making excuses for it. But maybe, just maybe, this is why I need to participate in 29 Faces. So that I can continue to improve. Just maybe. Because the only way to get better, there's only one way to get better. And that is that magical pill called practice. It's a magical pill available to anybody who wants to try. But that magical pill is the only way to improve. It's the only way that I know of to improve. Oh, we may be in trouble. The wife may be home. She may have a thing or two to say about practice. I don't feel like those lashes, those eyebrows are dark enough. Can't talk, Harding. Just adding in a few random shadows and shapes. Make it a little easier to distinguish where her neck and shoulder become hair. I think that's turning out all right. Okay, how we doing on time? 7:42. Right on time. Hi, baby.
There's dogs that follow me. Say hello to the butter.
Check
Why
it out.
are you painting Elsa?
Check it out. Girl 2. Wait. And the butter thieving dog.
Kitty.
You can't see her now.
I was gonna have a hop up this one.
Ah, you can see her tail. It looks like you have a tail.
Food's here.
What kind of food?
My food?
Oh.
Tacos. Taco casa.
So nothing for me.
Can't talk, Arting.
Can't talk, Artie. Ooh, look. It's my beautiful young bride. That camera.
Oh, I don't know. Sorry.
What do you do? I'm doing a copyright violation.
Yes, you are. Nice job, though.
Thanks.
Hello, everybody. Okay. I didn't bring you food because you usually eat before the show.
Because you don't know.
You're right. That's exactly why I didn't bring you food.
Because you don't know that.
You're right.
I did,
I'm just gonna stop fighting with people that say that to me.
did a strip tease for you and everything.
I know. Somebody got here at the tail end again.
Are we done? Well, I didn't think we were done yet.
No, cardboard. Bound. I can't read it. Something.
Carol.
Something. I can't read it from
Boudreaux.
here.
That's Boudreaux.
Hello.
Hey, Boudreaux.
Okay. No, I'm going.
Okay, I love you.
See ya. I've had a long day. 12-hour day. I'm hungry.
Hey.
I love you.
You fix me a sandwich?
Huh?
Can you fix me a sandwich?
Are you serious?
Are you feeling sandwichy?
Probably.
Can't talk, Harding. We're almost done. We're almost done. Oh, I missed the who. There we go. So, there we go. my attempt at a copyright violation of Disney. Let me draw it just a little bit. Thanks, Benji. So it's -4 where Carrie is. It's 9 degrees. Wait, no. It's 9 degrees where Carrie is. It's -4 where Benji is. It's in the 60s here. I was wearing a sweatshirt earlier, but I got too warm. I took my socks off with my sandals. I was going to do one of those throw it water up in the air videos where the water freezes before it falls down, but it would have just fallen back down on me because I'm in Houston. It's 60 degrees outside. You know what? I tell you, I'm not really satisfied with the ink job, though. I feel like more weight could be added. I feel like more weight could be added to the lower lines. I just feel like it's not conveying the weight that I want it to convey. I think that helps. Yeah. Hello, baby.
Hi.
Look. Where is she? There she is. It's the grandbaby.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, the purple one's my paintbrush. This is my paint, right?
Aren't you going to eat?
Her didn't bring me anything.
She brought tacos.
I don't like tacos.
What? Are you even our granddaughter?
Yes, I am.
You don't like tacos.
I don't like tacos because it has...
Go on, make something up. Go on, make something up. Why? Why don't you like tacos?
Because, it has a vegetable.
There's no vegetables in tacos.
Not true. There's tomatoes and lettuce.
That's on your taco.
Oh.
Okay, I'm calling this done. I'm going to dry this one more time. I just added some weight to the lines where I thought they needed a little more weight. So I'm going to dry this one more time.
Dad, Grandpa,
Okay. No, we're about to go inside. Matter of fact, I'm going to spray paint here, so I need you to go inside anyway, because you don't have a mask.
But you do?
Yes.
Where?
It doesn't matter where. Shoot. I love you. I'll be right in. Be sure and shut the door so the spray paint doesn't get in the house. Thank you. We're down here in Houston, and let's see. Let's use this one. We're down here in Houston, and we're close enough to the ocean. We're almost a maritime climate. Not quite 60 and 70 degrees year round, but rarely does it really get above 100, and rarely does it get below 60. So somewhere between, it's almost always between 60 and 100, and I'm conditioned to that now. So that now when it gets below 60, I feel like I need a sweater. 55 degrees, and I'm wearing a coat. You want to make sure you wear your mask when you use your spray paint. The spray paints help the student grade paint stay bright. Whew. So you just want to make sure you wear your mask when you're using your spray paints. So okay. There we go. All right, who pissed off Elsa? I'm just trying to take the glare off of it so I can see it. So I can see it and show it to you at the same time. So that'll dry. And I used a satin finish, so it won't stay glossy. See, but Hawaii stays 70s and 90s all year long. Terry's in the chat room talking about Hawaii would be too hot, but Hawaii stays in the 70s, in the 60s, and between 70 and 90 all year long because they're right there smack in the middle of the ocean. But I like it. We get just enough winter that I can turn the heater off, that I can turn the air conditioner off. And that's the most important part to me, is being able to turn that air conditioner off, because that's expensive. Whew, that's expensive. I do not like paying for air conditioning, but I really don't like paying for heat. And it doesn't cost as much right now to heat this house because there's 7 people and 5 dogs living in it. Who knows how many fleas. But like I said, the kids signed a contract on a house, so they're going to be gone soon. I won't have anything to complain about. No little yippy dogs, and nobody drinking all the milk and leaving the orange juice on the counter. But I'll probably still try to kidnap Unique with Chantel LaFontaine so she can paint with us on Thursdays. Because I like that. You got to get the brushes out of the water and dry them off. Put them away. Alright guys. Well, that's it for this week. Like I said, who pissed off Elsa? This is my favorite night of the week when I get to art with my besties. You know I look forward to it every week. Be sure and tune in next week. Same Artistic Biker time, same Artistic Biker channel. Next week we will have started 29 faces, so there should be 7 faces done by then. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 6, because I probably won't have done Thursdays yet. So there'll be at least 6 faces to show, and maybe I'll do them in all different styles. Maybe I'll do a mini on Monday and a nude face on... How do you do a nude face? I'll be nude painting the face on Tuesday. There you go. But anyway, don't forget, next week, if you want to be a part of What's on Your Easel, send an email to Blade. This is my very expensive graphic. Blade@artisticbiker.com with the subject line easel. We'll use your works to inspire other people, because that's what this is all about. So be sure and tune in next week. Same Artistic Biker time, same Artistic Biker channel. And then we dance. And we dance until somebody says that they see me dancing, because that is how I know that the lag is caught up and nobody gets cut off before the information is shared. And I'm just going to dance here until somebody lets me know that they see me dancing. Dancing like an old man. Dancing like a child of the 70s that I am. Okay, Terry says she sees me dancing. So, peace out, y'all. Mwah.